Alrighty, traders. Let's have a wrap of what's happened with the market so far this week, and where I think things are going overall. We're going to be looking at the stock market. We're going to be looking at silver, gold. We're going to be looking at all the mining stocks as well too in today's video, and breaking it all down into what I'm seeing through here. So that's what I want to go through with you. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty guys, let's get straight into it. I'll start with the indices, and then I'll go into silver, gold, and the mining stocks as well into today's video. Before I start guys, if you need help with your trading, I'm running a bit of a Christmas special, just $7 for my trading course. Or if you would actually like to actually learn from me about how I trade the markets, my #1 trading strategy and stuff like that, you'll see all the links in the description below, first and second link in the description below, and you'll be able to check all that out. Now let's have a look at the Dow Jones right now. The Dow Jones has been very, 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 very quiet. The one thing I do notice here with the indices, if I just open up to say 1 year worth of data on the indices, is as you can see, we've been very, very, very quiet right now. And this actually leads me to more of a bullish breakout coming real soon. We're definitely not oversold yet. We've just been sort of just going into equilibrium mode. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we did start to see a bit of a break to the upside, and then a run to around about the 35,000, which is the top of this channel. If I move over to the S&P 500, we can see that the S&P 500, again, just slowly going up. We're not oversold quite yet, so I personally believe we're likely to get a break to the upside, and we're likely to continue this upward move through here, especially with all the stimulus talk going on right now, guys. I think we're likely to see a lot more upside there as well too. And then also same with the Nasdaq as well too. To me, it looks like the Nasdaq is squeezing up into like this little funnel pattern through here. And so to me, it looks like that we're likely to break to the upside, and we're likely to see a nice move run to the upside through here. You got that channel. So around about the 14,000 level, I would say, on the Nasdaq. Moving over now through to silver and gold, and as I did in yesterday's video when it comes to the silver and gold, gold is still in this like a little bit of a channel to the upside. We're not out of the woodworks yet. I believe we've created some sort of a bottoming pattern here when it comes to gold. But with that being said, we need to see gold start to make a nice move up above 1900. We need to see it break above 1900, which is above here. And if we can do that, then we're likely to see a move to the upside. Now, guys, on a fundamental level, the stimulus packages and all the money that's been created and so on and so forth, I believe that's going to be very bullish for gold on a fundamental level. And I believe what's coming this decade, or even from now through to 2023, 2024, 25, is going to be very, very bullish for gold overall as well too. I'm personally in gold myself. I got both a futures position and also got a position based in the metal itself, and so I'm very bullish long term when it comes to gold myself there. So, but on a short term, guys, we need to see a break above this 1900, and if we can get that, then we're probably likely to make another nice spike to the upside. So it seems like everything's waiting for the stimulus package. As soon as the stimulus package gets approved and everything happens, so it seems like probably the first month of next year, we're probably likely to see an all tides rising type thing, where the indices are likely to rise and silver and gold are likely to rise. And also looking on the silver has been the one that has broken out, and you can see what's happening on a short term on silver basis. It broke out of its channel here. It broke up, we came back down, and now we're at a few levels of support around the $25 level. So I'm very, very, very bullish silver, and as well as the mining stocks, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But if you think that silver and gold are gonna find support here and go to the moon, type in the moon in the chat box below, and obviously, yeah, and let me know if you agree with that. Type in the moon. Also, moving over now through to GDX, and I did a video on this yesterday as well too, and we're not out of the woodworks yet. Again, gold and the gold mining stocks, we're not out of the woodworks yet. But I do believe we're getting ready for something truly big. Get prepared. Something truly big is about to happen, I truly believe. We've been very, 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 very quiet out of the metals and miners. And a lot of people are starting to get frustrated. In fact, I just saw someone on my YouTube channel yesterday. They talked about how they got impatient and fed up with the miners, and they went and they put their money into Bitcoin. That's probably the biggest mistake you can do, guys. The biggest mistake you can do is get out of something because it's not moving and go get into something when it's already moved a lot, and thinking you did the right thing. Because if you get into Bitcoin now, even last month, you're getting in after it's moved up a lot. If you're looking to capture big moves, guess what? You get in before it's actually making the big move, and as it's making the big move, that's when you get out. So looking at the GDXJ right now, we can see that we're still in this overall downward channel. But once we start to get back above this 56, and once we start to see a nice rise back up to 64, then the big picture, this is the weekly chart here, the big picture tells me on the GDXJ that this is going to be the start of something truly, truly, truly incredible, and a very big move to the upside is likely to ensue after this. So most people are getting very, very, very impatient right now, and I'm sensing it. And that gives me the confidence to say, you know what? We're so close to seeing a major breakout out of all of these miners and metals, that something big is about to happen. And so just be prepared, guys, because if we can start to hold here and bounce back up here on the GDXJ, it's going to be an enormous move to come. And the same for the GDX, but the GDX is a lot weaker. Like you can really see on the GDX here, we've been in this sort of downward channel, and we've got like a bit of a bear flag formation. So it doesn't mean it's going to be bearish because we have a bear flag, but what it does do is says, okay, we need to see GDX hold here and start to break above 40. We really need to see it break above 40 for this thing to say, you know what, we're holding here now, and now we're likely to start to see a very big move. So GDX is like, it's still, we need to see what happens over the next, say, few weeks. But if we can start to hold and start to rally again, then that's going to be very, very, very powerful. Moving over now through to the SILJ. And once again, as I've mentioned in the last few videos, the silver mining stocks are so much more bullish, so much more strong than the gold stocks. As you can see, when it comes to the SILJ, the silver mining ETF, that we are almost at the high for this year. We're just, the high is around 17, we're around 16, close to $16. So I see SILJ breaking out and going for a very, very nice move soon. When it comes, you can see what's happening through here. And moving over through to the SIL, you can see how we're stuck in a sort of a triangle pattern through here now. We're squeezing up into a triangle pattern. So I believe we're about to break. And once we get a break to the upside, then I truly believe that we're going to see some significant movement to the upside. Really, really, really significant movement to the upside. I do see a bit of resistance around the $50 level there, but if I look at my weekly charts, then I can see how once we break this resistance level here on the SIL, then our next resistance level is $75. So if I go back to the daily charts now, then this is the big picture here. The big picture is we're going downward through here, and if we hold this, then we're likely to see, once we break this $50 level, then we're likely to see a very, very, very quick move to the upside when it comes to the SIL and the SILJ. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to share them with you and share that with you. As I said before, guys, trading is an art of form. Guys, I remember when I first started trading, and my first 5 years, I was $250,000 in debt. I just lost all this money because I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying different strategies. I was trying different systems, scalping system, option trading system, futures trading system, long-term, swing term, swing trades, and all this sort of stuff, and subscriptions, newsletters, live trading rooms, you name it. But I never really fully grasped the art of what it takes to get ahead in the market. And in that $7 trading course I got in the link in the description, I'm going to walk you through, because there's a whole wide range of things, right? It's the biggest mistakes you make in the chart reading strategy, trading systems, mindset, stuff like that to really help you get the breakthrough. And again, you'll be able to see that with the link in the description there. Guys, and it wasn't until I remember one time I lost all my money. I moved back with my mother and father-in-law, and I was just about to give up. I really, really, really was about to give up because I thought 5 years, I lost $250,000. Now, some people say, how did I get the $250,000? I borrowed a lot of that, actually. $50,000 about my own and about $200,000 of borrowed money. So I was technically $200,000 plus in debt. Actually, $250,000 in debt because I personally guaranteed my friend at the time $50,000. So that was a very, very, very hard sort of slug for me. But on the other side, I realized that there are some things that these successful traders do. And it's never the market. It's not the market that's manipulated or the market's out to get you and stuff like that. I realized that there are a certain amount of people, there's certain people in these markets that do really well. Guys, and again, I was just truly, truly, truly about to give up because I didn't know what to do or where to go. And it wasn't until I met a private mentor of mine, a really, really, really successful private mentor, multi-million-dollar mentor. He's not in the public eye. And he really started to show me the ropes of how these markets truly work. How do they operate? How to approach your trading as well too. The risk management and so on and so forth. The type of setups, what the markets actually really mean and how to actually really read the charts and so on and so forth. And he really started to show me the ropes. And again, guys, if you go to John's free training, or if you've got that second link in the description, you can join a free training of mine, and I'll walk you through more about my backstory, about how I got started and my struggles and stuff like that, and what led me to understanding and becoming a full-time trader to this day. But it wasn't until I started seeing him, he's probably going to make close to $10 million this year, my mentor there. It wasn't until I met him, a private successful trader, that I started to see why he was successful and why I wasn't successful. And I started had to flipping it around, and I started to realizing that I needed to be more disciplined, more patient. I need to understand a lot more about how the markets truly operate and how the markets truly work. And again, on that free training I'm going to run today, you'll be able to see all the details to that. But when I started doing that, then I started to slowly get an understanding of why I wasn't moving forward and why I was moving, and when I was moving forward, what was I doing right? What was I doing wrong? And I had to start to shift the way that I was doing things. And there's a whole wide range of things, right? It's like I was talking with my private clients today about how trading, the simple part of trading that I realized, it's finding a pattern or finding something that you believe in and trading that. That's full stop. If you do that with good risk management, you're likely to do well. So hear what I just said, right? Find a pattern that that does really well most of the time with good risk management, and you're going to do really well. That's as simple. That's as simple as it gets. But it's not easy to implement, right? Because what happens when there is no trades for a month? What happens when there is no trades for 2 months? What happens when you have a lot of trades coming up in 1 month? 1 month you have a lot of trades and 1 month you don't. How are you going to handle that patience of waiting for these good patterns to appear on the markets? And that's where my trading started to really turn around, when I started to focus more on these trading setups that I believed in, and not all this other garbage that I was listening to and watching and trying to make money really, really quickly, that I ended up started to not only go backwards, but started to make money. And before you know it, I was making a full-time income, and it's gone up ever since then for the last, close to 10 years now from that. And so guys, if you are going through a tough time right now, please, again, get the trading course below, or make sure you join that webinar as well too, because that webinar, I'm going to tell you guys, I promise you, I will tell you exactly where you're going wrong. If you're truly interested in actually making money long term, not just to get rich quick. I'm not all about teaching you just a get rich quick thing, because there is no such thing. Because if I teach you how to make 100 grand today, and if I show you a trade that makes 100 grand, well, I didn't care about that one, right? Well, go do it again, right? That's what a system is all about. It's how you can repeatedly do the same thing over and over again. And when I started to be more disciplined on the setups that I was looking for and the type of setups that I was looking for, and I stopped taking all this other bullshit, guess what? My success rate went up, my stress went down, and my income went up. And before you know it, I started doing really well from trading. And so if you are going through a very hard time right now when you're looking at and you're trying to trade or even invest in these markets, it all comes back down to a system and approach. And if you are serious about making money from these markets, guys, then I must say that you need to have some sort of a system that you are following. And from that, you'll be able to start to do really well. So anyway, guys, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't speak to you again between now and the new year. Again, Merry Christmas, guys. Have an amazing Christmas. This little rant on the end of this was just a little bit of a Christmas gift for you guys. Once again, if you are interested in that $7 trading course, then go to johnsflashsale.com. Or if you'd like to learn more about how I trade the markets, more about my backstory, who am I, what gives me the right to talk on trading and so on and so forth, then go to johnsfreetraining.com, and you'll be able to join my next training, and I'll share with you all the details about how I trade the markets, my strategy, how I scan for trades, and all that sort of stuff to really help you out. So anyway, guys, have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you real soon.